No, cruising is...
No, don't tell me what cruising is. But it was like in the context of straight people.
Can I tell you a story about cruising?
Yeah.
Okay, so my mom...
Can I tell you a story about cruising? Okay, so my mom... Oh my God,
Okay,
Miss Sagan, I had no idea.
Hello, and welcome back to Friend Crush, the podcast. I'm your host, Yvette Segan, and today we have an unbelievable guest for you. His name is Jake Cornell. He is one of the funniest people I have ever met. He has this great video online that you guys absolutely have to check out that like truly made me like cry. I was laughing so hard. Like he does these like very off the cuff, you've probably seen his stuff online, but he does these very like off the cuff, like riffy walk and talk videos. And he did one where he was talking about how he walked by a guy who's drinking cold brew concentrate and he was like, "You're about to shit your pants." Anyway, we didn't talk about that on the podcast today, but I do need you, viewer at home, to go and watch that video right now. It's truly so funny. It made me cry. But yeah, we had a really fun conversation today. We talked about just sort of like what we're obsessed with in like life itself, which was really interesting to hear. We talked about being a gay man and a straight woman and if you can have a gay best friend at all. In my opinion, I'm kind of like not sure anymore, although there are exceptions to every rule. And we talked about how Wrangler jeans are for Republicans. We talked about our hot takes in life and just sort of like, I don't know, we really went for it. I kind of made him go for it today. So I hope you guys really like this episode. I feel like, you know, we're trying to push into something real, you know? So let me know if you like this episode. Maybe like DM me or comment or something. Because I feel like it was really fun. It was really fun to talk to him. So, yeah. And some updates from me, as always. I am going on tour. So you guys come to the shows. We just added Boston on October 23rd. So if you live in Boston, I better see your ass at Duck Duck Goose, okay? There's 2 shows. It's going to be a blast. I've heard that room is like one of the best. So I'm very, very excited to be doing it. And I'm excited to be in Boston and meeting you guys. And Salt Lake City, you were a blast. If you came to those shows, thank you so much. I'm going to Pittsburgh. Wait, that will be over. But by the time this comes out. And yeah, and then there's Seattle and Portland. So those are coming up and you guys absolutely have to come to that or I will hunt you down. No, but it'd be nice to see you. And I really want to share jokes and make you laugh. So, and if you have come to the shows, comment, DM me, let me know how you liked it. Because I'd love to hear how things are landing. Because, you know, I'm having a lot of fun, but this is for you. This is for us. Anyway, okay, today was so much fun. I'm so glad I got to talk to Jake. You guys are going to absolutely love him and you're going to love the episode. So make sure you follow him on socials and stuff too after if you like him, which you will. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, hi Jake. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, wait, so I noticed you're wearing Wrangler jeans.
This is like immediately.
I go, oh, so you're a Republican.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't know.
Yeah, apparently, okay, and I don't know.
Sorry, but is it like, are you telling me that like Wrangler, the company, is Republican? Or is it like Republicans wear Wranglers, liberals wear Levi's?
It's that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't care now. I thought it was like, I thought I was like funding the Republican Party by buying these.
You're like, oh God, everything's in the pocket of somebody, isn't it?
Well, no, yeah. Everything you buy is problematic, so.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. No.
What's like the most problematic thing that you engage in that you're like, I know this is bad? If we could
hey,
start
welcome
there.
to the podcast. Can you cancel yourself right now? Do me a favor. Can you quickly cancel yourself right now?
What's the worst thing about you? Yes.
Like what is like my like problematic consumption guilty pleasure?
Yeah.
That's so funny. What is it? There's
Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
I have one.
Yeah.
Louis C.K.
You still like him?
Obsessed.
Like his new stuff? Where do you even watch it?
I don't know. I saw
You gonna go to Riyadh and watch him?
Yeah. I actually bought tickets to the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Good. That's actually my most problematic consumption too, is I'm going to the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Not to perform. I'm a paying guest.
Yeah, I just wanted to go. It seems like a great lineup. I just wanted to contribute. You're paying to go.
Yeah.
You're not even getting that so much worse.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, it's just been like sort of a bucket list item to like go to like the just sort of like
It's all the comedians I've ever wanted to see in one place. So I thought, yeah, I'll go to Riyadh.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to be dumb not to.
Yeah. Okay, Louis C.K. is your problematic one.
Yeah, and I listened to a podcast episode with him recently, but I think he's okay. And here's my reason why.
Was it the Theo Von one?
Yeah, and it was really good.
Well, because he's claiming he has love and sex addiction, right?
Yeah.
That must suck to have that addiction.
Oh yeah, I've met people who I used to have a friend who absolutely had that, and I didn't believe it was real until I was with her, and then like our friendship ended because of it.
Because she needed to just have sex with everyone you knew?
Yes.
Wow.
She had sex with like, or was like really aggressively like hitting on or like approaching whatever, like all of like every guy I introduced her to, like my professional like friends, my friends from growing up.
Was she like, hey, I think I have this, or was this
no.
like, no, okay.
Well, she did sort of acknowledge it, but I found out later that she had
gone through treatment for it?
No, she hadn't gone through treatment. That was the problem. It was like very active, but it was less that she was like, doing this so much as the fact that she was lying about it to me. And then like then after our friendship ended, because she was like flirting with the guy that I had like confided in her that I had a crush on, but I like couldn't pursue.
I don't know if I would say like love and I wouldn't jump to being like, I know that this person has love and sex addiction, but I feel like I've known people in my life who the second someone tells them like, hey, like I have feelings for this person, that person becomes like, I need to have sex with them. I think I've seen that in people.
Wait,
and
that's
really
fucked.
I know. I feel like I've seen that and it's been very spooky.
That's so weird.
Yeah. I can think of a specific person that happened.
Is that a girl or a guy?
It was a girl.
It was a girl.
It was like my
that
girlfriend.
Does sound like a girl.
It was like a good girlfriend of mine like sat down another girlfriend and was like, hey, like I really have strong feelings for this person and like I don't know what to do and da. And then like within a week she fucked him. And it had not really been on the table before.
That's
Isn't
diabolical.
Isn't that chilling?
That's like the scariest thing I've ever heard.
I know.
That's like the girl equivalent of murder.
Because girls can't murder, so there has to be an equivalent.
Girls would never murder.
No.
But that's like what, because you know how like guys are murdering, right?
Guys kill, yeah.
Guys kill. And like when women kill, it's like, whoa, that woman killed.
But also when a woman kills someone, everyone's like, well, why?
Yeah, like what
do you know what I mean? Like there has to be a reason. Like there's a good reason. Do you know what I mean? When a guy kills, you're like, okay, objectively, never on his side. With a girl, when a woman murders someone, you're like, well, let me hear her argument.
Right.
Every time.
Yeah. Wait, there's another thing too that is so funny. When a girl has feelings for a guy friend of hers, everyone's like, wait, it's a slow burn. Like, you know, like that's your husband. Like I love you. I support you. Like keep going.
100%.
And when a guy has feelings for his girl best friend or like a girlfriend, everyone's like, you're a fucking predator. Like
get an exorcism. Remove that. Yeah.
Everyone's like,
absolutely.
That's a huge problem.
Yeah, it's a violation of a boundary. It's a problem. Yeah.
And like you need to chill.
100%.
Like put it back in your pants. Like you need no means no, my guy.
I know. 100%. It's so funny because do I want to talk about this? I went to a wedding. I went to like a beautiful wedding recently, like a really beautiful wedding where like it was like two people who had been friends for like years and years and years. And then like everyone knew that they were in love, but they didn't know they were in love. And it was just like so beautiful. And I was hysterically sobbing the entire time. But I was like, at the same time, I was like, this is the 1 in a million thing that fucks everyone else up. Because like everyone else thinks this is happening to them and they ruin their lives because of it. So I was like, this is so beautiful. It's so bad for like society that this is happening.
Like actually it should be illegal what you guys are doing because
like, it should be in private because it's like, it was like this gorgeous wedding and they genuinely love each other so much and it's like so beautiful. But it like is the story that everyone thinks is happening to them when they ruin their lives.
It's never happening. I met this couple too like out in the wild and I literally had the same thought. It was they like met at a like I think actually like at a wedding and they lived in different cities and then like 2 years later he like moved to New York and like now they're dating and they've been dating for 4 months and I met them like at an ice cream shop.
I know.
And they told me this story and I just go, you can't fucking say that to me. I was like,
you can't
pissed.
say that to me.
I was like, that's not how this works.
No.
You're being mean.
Yeah, it's not. It's well like I'm leaving in what time is it? Like 5 hours to go to England for 12 days. You knew that. My England tour starts tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know it was tomorrow.
Well, I guess I land tomorrow and then my first show's the next day.
Oh my God.
But I'm gonna be in England for 12 days. Like,
yes.
I'm gonna like meet someone.
You're gonna fall in love.
Yeah, in like a way that's like so unsustainable and problematic.
Oh my God,
100%.
And because you aren't gonna stay there, and because it's England specifically,
I've done it in less glamorous places in England. Don't worry. Like, yeah.
Wait. Now that I said the Louis C.K. thing, you do need to say something.
Okay. What's my most? Oh my God. But I'm like genuinely. Well, because it's like I'll fuck up Chick-fil-A, and I don't care that they hate gay people.
Okay.
But my argument there has always been, my argument there, also I hit the mic, is it okay? Yeah. Great. Okay. I'm so tech-minded, you have no idea.
Is she okay?
Yeah, is
she hurt?
No. What was I gonna say? Oh, my thing about Chick-fil-A is I'm like, do you think the CEO of McDonald's loves gay people?
Yeah.
Do you think Popeye loves gay people?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
No.
So it's all, yeah. So like that's probably mine. That's the one that comes to mind for me.
Yeah. Also, I think as a gay person, you can make that decision.
100%.
And me as a woman.
100%.
And a comedian.
100%.
I will say the thing with the Louis C.K. bit, though, is that he is like one of the main reasons I started stand-up.
Totally.
And I do not, and I don't forgive anything that he's done. And there's no caveat there.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's just that like those two things exist. Like he's a bad person and his comedy is amazing.
Totally. Yeah.
So
I mean, it's like,
a tough.
I know. I'm trying to think, like, because I liked Louis C.K., but he wasn't like that for me. I'm trying to think. I was like a huge Harry Potter kid, but it like does make me too sad to read it now. Like, because
there's so much happening with that.
Yeah. And, like,
because there's like a lot going on.
There's like a lot going on with that.
Wait, actually, this is an interesting. Okay, this is something I've been thinking about recently.
Yeah.
Do you think you know how that thing of like, oh yeah, men and women can't be friends?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a new one. Can straight women have a gay guy best friend?
Yeah.
That's real. You think that's like 100%
I know so many people. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Like, no, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the thing.
Yes.
What is it? I was going, no, yes, yeah. Wait. No.
Clip it.
Okay. I think it's okay. When a gay guy, I feel like I'm like on a minefield right now, like trying to make this statement because I know it's gonna get clipped. Like I know it's gonna get clipped, and it is going. It's gonna get clipped, and they're gonna unload the clip of me in the comments. It's gonna be like just comments.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's like I think a gay guy can absolutely have a girl best friend, like a straight girl best friend.
Yeah.
And I think a straight girl can have a gay guy best friend.
Absolutely.
But
I
do think it's a red flag when a gay guy's entire friend group is straight women.
Ooh, interesting.
I think a gay guy needs gay guy friends.
Totally.
I also think it's a little weird when a gay guy's friend group is exclusively gay men and like no lesbians or trans people or straight women. Like I think that
right.
Like I think we need a little bit of diversity always, a little bit of variety in the mix.
Yes.
But I think absolutely a gay guy can have a straight girlfriend.
Right.
But I think
like
that there's
best friend.
Okay. What is give me your reservation? Okay. I feel like, did a gay guy burn you?
No. No.
The way I like didn't believe you. You literally wiped your eyes. No.
I go, I'm
no,
trying.
A gay guy's never hurt me in my life. No.
No, but I do think that, no. I think that.
No, it's never happened. No. Gay guys are always
and I love gay guys. No, but I do think that there's a thing.
We're 10 minutes in.
I was before I came on the pod today. I was like, I feel like I should take more swings on the pod.
And you?
I went, let's get into it. I'm like, Jake can handle this. No, but I think that gay men and straight women, like, there's this thing of like we're put in the same bucket as like we're the same. Mm-hmm. And then I also think that there's been this narrative of like gay best friend from women that was like in like 2010. And that was like, oh my God, every girl needs like a gay guy best friend. But at the end of the day, that gay guy needs to like get on Grindr and like go do his thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like that.
I think that paradigm of like, I think that stereotype of like the gay best friend is a thing. I had that era in my life and I did have to break out of it. Yes. And like that is toxic. But I think there are women and gay men who both exist outside of that stereotype who then can now be best friends.
Yes.
But like if the straight girl is like, this is my gay best friend, you know what I mean? And calls herself a fag hag. Oh, that's not that.
No.
But I do think a woman and a gay guy can be best friends. But it's not that dynamic.
But I don't think it's as common as like things would like I think it's more, it's honestly for me, seeing like a true pure like gay guy girl best friend dynamic, like a Benny drama, like a twink and a redhead. Those are honestly to me what like the friends to lovers arc is.
Okay.
It's like way more of an outlier than we're like giving it credit for.
Sure.
Because like just our priorities at the end of the day are, I think that gay men.
But I also, wait, can I make a
Yeah.
counter pitch? I also think it maybe is a prime example, though, of healthy relationships, because I think sometimes when we think best friends, it's like we do everything together and we're joined at the hip and we're like super intensely connected. Where I think like a healthy best friendship is maybe like we like go to dinner together, get drinks, and then one of us goes do this thing and one of us goes and does this other thing. And like that is
It's
best
not
friendship. And so it's
codependency.
like just because you don't have to go to the orgy with me, but you can know I'm going to the orgy and support that I go to the orgy. You know what I mean? I think maybe that's how it works too. Or like
I feel like
whatever
you have
it
to go
is.
to the orgies together to be
You
best
don't
friends.
No, I don't
Really?
think. I mean, I think gay guy best friends go to the orgies together, but I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have gay guy best friends that you sleep with?
I have gay guy best friends with that I have slept with, but I think that once it veers into like that level of closeness,
Yeah.
because then at that point, this is the thing. Like, I think if you're like best friends and you're having sex regularly, like how is that not boyfriends? Unless one of you like has a husband, but then it still feels
Yeah.
that is a little like. I don't know. But again, I think about this all the time with like open relationships and polyamory and stuff, like these boundaries of relationship. I'm literally, this is like what all the new material I'm doing is about. This is like how, as we like loosen these terms and definitions and rules, like what are the parameters of what counts as what and to who? Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Wait, so do you feel like like your relationships in your life are kind of messy?
Not messy in terms, no, well, one, I'm single. So like
Yeah.
that, I'm not like really answering to anyone in that way right now. I am like dating a lot and like I would like a partner, but it's interesting to see like, you know, you have like certain friends who maybe are in an open relationship, but the terms of it are XYZ and they're allowed to do this. Or like other people, like I think there are some people who are like I have friends who it's like they're boyfriends or they're married or whatever, and they're allowed to have sex with whoever they want, and like that's that. Then I have friends who are like married, and then each of those husbands has a boyfriend, and then those boyfriends might also have husbands, and like that gets into, and that's like a little that, and then like the dynamics of that are really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what gets me about that? How do you have time?
Well, I think part of it is that they have normal jobs. I literally think that's it.
Yeah, because then that's your hobby.
Correct.
Like having
No, it
boyfriends
is.
is
I
your
do
hobby.
think polyamory is I don't want to. I feel like if I call it a hobby, it's going to sound pejorative, and I don't mean it in that way. But I think it occupies time, and it occupies thought, brain space in the way a hobby often does.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like,
but it's a meaningful relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But like, we do stand up, so we can't be polyamorous. Yeah. You know, because we're working at night.
Oh, also, if you meet a stand-up and they are polyamorous, put them in prison immediately, because like that's so scary to me.
Why?
Because I think that's two populations of people that are wont to have a lot of problems in them. Like not all polyamorous people are bad, but polyamory can attract a certain kind of bad manipulator.
Totally.
And the same is true of stand-up. And if they're doing both, scariest person alive. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stand-up comedians are so insane that I've like forgotten what normal people are like. Well, that's also such an interesting thing about stand-up is that like it doesn't exist like on the page. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I don't bother writing it to an extent.
No, literally. But it's like because you as an animal, like you know how to make other people laugh. And so it's like you can think of something like funny or whatever, like me talking about like gay men think that like straight women are pets.
Yeah.
That didn't really work.
No, that's funny.
That's kind of fine.
That's funny. You also have to remember sometimes it's not the premise, it's just that you, like, have you ever listened back and be like, oh, I said it wrong? Like, literally.
Totally.
One time I listened to this, I had this whole joke that had been going really well, bomb.
Yeah.
Where it was a whole set I did about swingers.
Okay.
And it was like, it had been going really well. And then I did it one night and it tanked, like really tanked in a way where I was like, I don't understand what I did wrong. Like,
yeah.
Normally it gets a couple laughs. I listened to the recording back. I said cruisers every time instead of swingers, which is not a thing. Like cruisers are people that ride cruises.
No, cruising is
No, well, don't tell me what cruising is. But it was like in the context of straight people.
Can I tell you a story about cruising?
Yeah.
Okay, so my mom.
Can I tell you a story about cruising? Okay, so my mom. Oh my God,
Okay,
Miss Sagan. I had no idea.
No, my mom. Okay. She grew up. This is such a misdirect because it's not like okay. My mom she grew up in the New York in like the 70s and like was here like young professional whatever like she was here. She went to Limelight, like she did all that.
Yeah, your mom was cool.
Like there's so much I don't know about my mom.
That's fun.
You know what I mean? Like she has a whole life.
Totally.
Anyway.
Did she have you? How old was she when she had you?
30. No, she was 40 when she had me.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
cool,
she
cool,
like
cool.
really
yeah,
like she met
my mom had
my
me
dad
at
at
25, so it's like
so that was that's
so,
kind of her whole life. No, my mom had a whole life. Both my parents, and I was like, but I think my dad was kind of lame and my mom was sick as
okay, that's cool.
Anyway, so my mom and I are in Switzerland.
Right.
Okay. And we're in Geneva. And we're like walking on this like well-lit dock on like Lake Geneva. There's like a restaurant on the end of the dock. Like people are swimming. It's like very like populated and whatever.
That sounds beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was like a lovely like September night. And like me and my mom were having the best time. And so all of a sudden we're like walking on this dock. She stands up on like a bench and starts looking around. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she goes, I'm looking for cruisers. And I was like, what? She goes,
is the sun up?
Yeah. No, it was like dark. It had just set. It was like
so like dusk.
Yeah, it was like 8 p.m.
That's so funny. She thought people were cruising at Lake Geneva at 8 p.m.
Yeah. She goes, cruisers. And I was like,
I
was like, what? She's like, I just don't want to like go into like the wrong part of or like get interrupted.
She wanted to get high vantage point to see where the cruisers were so you guys could avoid them and not interrupt.
Yes.
My considerate queen, perhaps overcautious, but that's incredible.
And I was like, there are families. Like, what are you talking about?
Genuinely so funny.
She was like, yeah, in New York, like there's, this is the thing. Like she was like trying to think of
I want to know what time she walked in on cruisers that has made her do that. Like, because she walked in a cruiser in some sort of catastrophic way.
Yeah.
And was like, never again.
Yeah.
And now she's like.
Like it had to be like New York City, 1980.
Yeah.
And she was like, like when cruising was like
she
underground.
walked in on like Roy Cohn taking it in an alley, something crazy.
Right, something insane.
Yeah,
and then she was like, I can't ever, I can't subject my daughter to this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I can't subject I don't want to interrupt them. Like, I want to keep my space.
Yeah, and we need to.
So
and she was like
funny.
worried about like safety. And I was like, what even is any of this?
That's
like
genuinely
like
so
where
funny.
is your line of thinking? She's so funny. My mom is so fucking funny. One time, okay, this is my favorite story about my mom. I'm in high school. I'm studying my room. My mom barges into my room. And she's like holding this like little like pill in her hand that has like an imprint of a flower on it.
Oh, she thinks it's ecstasy.
Yeah. She goes, what is this? And I go, I don't know. What is that? Like, where did you find that? She goes, it was in the basement. What is it? Did you do this? And I was like, I've never seen that before. Like, if anything, it's my brother's. Like, I'm not the guy. And she's like, okay. And she storms out of my room. 5 minutes later, I go downstairs. My mom and my brother are sitting over my mom's computer, Googling ecstasy.
Like looking for photos of the pill.
Yeah. She's like, what does it look like? Like, whatever. And my dad is in the other room watching TV, and he just goes, it's a mint. And my mom is like, Larry, I don't think it's a mint. Well, it's ecstasy. It's got to be ecstasy.
Stop.
And she's like, why would it be on the floor of the basement? Like, like the kids, they're doing ecstasy. Like, she's like freaking out. And then finally, and she's like running around the house like a chicken with her head cut off. They're like Googling ecstasy. They're freaking out. There's no way to like know. My dad literally takes it, puts it in his mouth.
What's the worst that's going to happen?
He goes, it's a mint.
That is genuine.
And my mom starts crying.
That's so funny. That's genuinely so funny.
That's my mom in a nutshell.
I love that. Oh,
she's the best.
I love that. That's so good. If my mom had been accused, like I grew up in rural Vermont, in high school, if my mom were like, you're doing ecstasy, I'd been like, where does one get that in the woods? Like it was
literally
so far away from me for that. You were a straight A student. That's very impressive.
Thanks. Were you not? Wasn't everyone?
No. I was like.
I believe.
This
is like me.
Yeah.
This is the weird, like I'm coming after you so hard
yeah.
on this episode. I'm like, so you're wearing Republican pants. Cool.
Yeah, you're Republican pants. You flunked out of high school. I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I was a good student, but I was the kind of student who, like, I refused. I vividly remember, I feel like, because I'm a little older than you, right? I'm 32.
Yeah, I'm 28.
I feel like my high school era was like the peak of like the notion of like the emblem, like the marker of like good education was like enormous workload. Like they were like, you should be doing so much fucking homework at night. You can't even move your legs. Like it was like crazy. And I remember my high school biology teacher being like, for every class you're taking in high school, you should be doing an hour of homework a night, which is 8 hours or like 6 hours. And it's like, well, then why the actual fuck am I here 8 hours if I have to do 6 more when I get home? Like, and I remember just being like, no. And so I was the king of like we had like our school schedule was like blocks, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And like during A, I'm doing B's homework. During B, I did A's homework on the ride in. Like I was like always just like I was barely getting by, but I would get B's, B plus, A minuses.
Which is
I was like in the top 15 in my class.
Oh.
My class was 110 kids. But I got scholarships and stuff, but I was not like stressed about schoolwork.
Wait, where'd you go to college?
UVM, my state school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay.
I made great friends there and I had so much fun, but I didn't want to go there, but I couldn't afford to go anywhere else. And I got into the schools I wanted to go to, but couldn't afford it. And then I got to UVM and I was like, oh, no other gay guys? Cool.
Oh.
So I was like, it was mostly just like the lack of gayness and kind of realizing I wanted to be like a comedian and an actor and that not really being a thing up there yet. There's a great comedy club in Burlington now, but it wasn't when I was there. But I did do a year in England while I was there, which was where I started like bartending and figuring out I was funny and stuff, which, So I'll go see all those friends on Saturday. I'm very excited.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, where in England were you?
Brighton.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's on the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like okay.
Yeah, it's the best. I'm so excited.
That's so fun.
Yeah. But yeah, where did you go to college?
Vassar.
Cute.
Very gay.
Yeah.
So you would have loved it.
Well, all the small schools like that, all those like small.
Super gay.
So gay.
My thing about Vassar is that if you went to Vassar gay, you were trans by the time you left.
Yeah.
And if you went to Vassar straight, you were gay by the time you left.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got out of there straight.
Oh, you were like committed to the cause.
Yeah. And then like years, I don't know, maybe I was just like against the grain or something.
Were you a boy crazy child?
No, a little.
Okay.
Not in the way that my other friends were because I hit puberty late.
Okay.
I was like 15 when I got my period.
Oh, wow.
If that means anything. It's super late.
If that means anything to me. Did you hear that? Sorry, if that means anything to you. If you know what a period is.
Have you forgotten one? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to get canceled for this whole podcast.
You've just been bullying a gay guy for an hour talking about how much you love Louis C.K.
Yeah, literally.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so I was like, I didn't really like have, but I would have a crush that was like a fixation crush.
Would he know, or was it completely internal?
Totally internal.
Totally internal.
And it was an unattainable person. It was like when I was a freshman, I was like totally obsessed with this guy who was a senior.
Yeah.
And he like took me to lunch for my birthday because we were like friends. Actually, I did kiss him. But it was like as a joke.
As a joke? That's agony. Kissing your crush as a joke, that's like agony.
Yeah.
That's so hell.
But he was like so much older than me. I was like legit a child and he thought I was like
18,
adorable.
14 is like, he shouldn't have dated you. Like,
no, he didn't date me.
Pervy,
and he wouldn't have, thank God.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was like, I have a shot, you know?
Totally.
But also like I was really, I was really small in high school like because I hit puberty so late. And also I like, my organs didn't work so I like couldn't eat anything.
What?
I had a gallbladder that didn't work and all the doctors were like, she's anorexic, don't worry about it. But I was like, no, I like can't eat. And they were like.
When you say you can't eat, like if you ate, you got nauseous?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did removing the gallbladder fix that?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So
Completely?
now I eat everything.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I used to not be able to eat fats because that's what the gallbladder does.
Do you have to take a medication to do that now?
No.
So wait, it's so crazy. It's like you can do it without a gallbladder, but you couldn't do, and you can do it with a gallbladder, but you can't do it with a bad gallbladder.
Correct.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, because it's like it stores bile that then empties into the liver that digests fats.
Okay.
So it was like they wasn't emptying into my stomach, so there was just nothing to like digest. So I was always like ill. So I was like super, super skinny and super tiny.
How did you solve that? Sorry, we don't have to.
You just take it out.
No, but how did you finally convince people like there's something wrong?
Oh, I was like on my deathbed.
Okay. How old? Like how old?
I was 20.
Oh shit.
So bad. My first semester, sophomore year of college, I was like literally not okay. Like I was
everyone
like
just was like eating disorder girl.
well, at that point then finally it was like, oh,
Something's
okay.
wrong.
Like something's like actually wrong. And then I started going to like every doctor, and my parents were like really like just throwing money at it. Like I was seeing like all the specialists and I got like all these tests done, and then finally they like figured it out.
Whoa.
But it was because of that thing like that women talk about where it's like you talk about your pain and they're like, yeah, whatever.
Totally.
Like one time a doctor, I swear to God, I was like 11 and I kept having like these weird like presenting like health sort of things, and I was like so skinny and like all this stuff. And like this doctor was like, we should try hypnosis on her.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. And my mom was like,
so
no.
fucking crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so fucking crazy.
Literally. They were like, oh, yeah. And then they were like, they diagnosed me as anorexic, didn't tell me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they were like, yeah, but it was like in my chart. I found out later.
I know so many girls who have like the craziest health diagnosis that truly was written off as nothing for like a decade.
Yeah.
It's like so
literally
fucked up.
my whole life. Like
it's so fucked
crazy.
up.
And then everyone got mad at me because I didn't like French fries. And they're like, she's so difficult.
The fattiest food in the world. You were like the fattiest food in the world probably just decimated you.
Yeah, it made me feel so sick. And then like in the car, my mom would get McDonald's and my brother liked McDonald's. And I was like, I feel really ill. Like the smell of McDonald's makes me really nauseous. And everyone was like, she's such a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, that would have pissed me the fuck off.
No,
but
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And like, I get that.
Yeah.
But I was having a real like medical issue. And everyone was like,
No.
she fucking sucks. She's so hard to be around. She can't eat anything. And I'm like,
so funny.
that's true. But anyway, wait, where was I going with this?
You had a crush on a boy and you were really small.
Oh, because I was so small.
Yeah.
So he was all the senior boys. We would walk down this hallway. There was like one hallway in high school where you had to like walk by everybody when you're changing classes. And so like every single person in the high school would basically like walk by. It was like a terrible design of whatever. He would walk by me like every day in a certain period, pick me up and carry me the wrong way down the hallway. And like I'd like my backpack would be like flying around and I'd be like in his arms.
Oh my God, it's so like putting on his hat flirting energy of like, no.
Dead ass. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so small. The boys like pick me up. I'm like 14 having like the best time of my life. And I was like, I'm in love with you. And he,
damn.
Yeah. So that was like that whole year.
Yeah.
That was very memorable. That was like my first like insane crush.
Yeah. Are your crushes make you insane now? Are you when you have a crush, are you insane?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we have a recent crush that's making you insane?
Not right now, but like the past thing that I had was like.
But was it a crush or was it a situationship? Like were you engaged?
It was sort of peripheral. It was I kind of fell in love with my guy best friend.
It's tough.
It's so bad.
Are you guys still friends now?
No.
Fuck. Do I know him? Yeah, I do.
I don't know if you do. Well, maybe. But either way, it was like we got too close. It's Louis C.K.
Yeah.
We're very close. And I just had such a crush on him. And I was like, ugh, jerk off in front of me. But he wouldn't, you know, because he was like, I feel I did the work. So, because he was on Theo Von talking about it, you know?
Right. No, you fell in love with your best friend.
And then it really took me back to like freshman year of high school where I was like, oh my God, I'm just like pining. Like, how did I live all this life and like get back here?
Whoa. Was there ever a period where you guys were best friends, but it wasn't like that? Or were you secretly crushing from the jump?
I was always attracted to him, but I wanted to make sure we like knew each other because we had like a lot in common. So I was like, okay, I just want to like bide my time with this situation before I like decide if it's like, yes. Because I feel like most of the time you get to know someone you have a crush on, you just stop liking them. So I was like, I'll just take a gamble on that. Didn't happen. Opposite happened. So bad. I know.
That sucks. Yeah.
Are you that kind of, are you like a crush person or are you like a?
It's been a while. I get crushes, but I'm not. It's been a while for me to like meet a guy and been like, I want to date him. And then like my whole like world falling away and just only focusing on him. Mm-hmm. But it's like when I go on a date, if it goes well, I'll be like, part of my brain will be like, I need to get on a second date with that, see what that's like. There's like that kind of thing. And it's not healthy.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so how do you combat that though?
I think now I'm just like, well, part of it, touring helps. Like, well, I'm leaving for 12 days. So
right,
like,
so
that's
I can't.
Yeah. I'm also much more discerning now. Like if I'm not going to pursue a second date unless I actually think it could be something. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But also because the other side of that is that when you like find someone you like and then you just kind of like see them all the time, That is so much fun.
It is really, really fun.
And it's like you're not supposed to do it.
Yeah.
But it's so fun.
And then everyone's obsessed with saying the thing of like, yeah, but when you meet the right person, it's just so easy. And I'm like, okay, shut up.
Yeah, jump. Like, I don't care.
Wait,
Why, is
you
that
saying
helpful?
jump just reminded me
What?
about when I found out your helmet was recalled.
I was gonna bring that up. I was like, on my list to talk about city
Oh my
biking.
God, my favorite
so funny.
shit. That was I was laughing out loud in my heart. Like this
I,
is,
like,
I was
Googled
like,
it so many times.
no one's taking an L harder than you in that chat.
No, the worst. Okay, wait. Do you want to tell the story?
Okay. Yvette and I both are avid city bikers.
Love.
And
Obsessed.
I recently harassed her when she was trying to dock a city bike outside Metropolitan and couldn't get it to dock.
Which was
very
embarrassing.
funny. And then I am very bad about wearing a helmet because they're bulky and I'm often like, going to a bar or something and then it's like, you don't want to hear that, whatever. I was at a party with Yvette and I saw that she had a helmet in her bag that was collapsible, that collapses thinner than any helmet I've ever seen that's collapsible before.
Yep.
Like it's like as thin as like a spiral bound notebook.
Yeah, it's like flat.
And I was like, holy fuck, like that's the solution to all my problems. And I was like obsessed with it. And she was like, yeah, it's great. I got it from my friend or whatever.
Yeah, it was like a gift.
And
yeah.
so I I was so excited. And then I kind of forgot about it, like, because I was drinking at the party or whatever.
Yeah.
The next day, like within like 2 days of that, you posted a photo of it on your stories. And I was like, wait, send me the link for that thing. And you responded, I don't have a link. And I was like, well, can you tell me what the brand name is? And so she tells me the brand name. I Google it. Not only, the helmet is not for sale in America because it was deemed illegally unsafe, it has been recalled. You cannot buy it. And if you own one, you're supposed to send it back. And the company has gone out of business. Because this helmet, dead ass, doesn't work. And I was like, Yvette, you don't have a helmet.
My favorite part about that story too is that this is a ridiculous looking helmet, okay? Like helmets already look pretty dumb. This one looked especially dumb. And I was like powering through it because I was like, well, you know what, but it's so practical and it fits in my bag.
It does turn out like it was too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's so funny that I was not only wearing a helmet that looked legit insane,
but was ornamental.
Literally wasn't protecting me at all. Like,
and it's so funny because like the link I sent you, it's like the owner of the company responding to a message on Reddit where he's like kind of like not like he's trying to write about it in a way as though like the fact that it doesn't work is like an opinion. He's like, some people feel that this mechanism collapsing means it's not safe and doesn't provide any protection. While we argue, it's like, bitch, your helmet doesn't the fuck work.
Yeah, it seems like they tried it. And I like really Googled around it too once you said that too, because I was like, well, maybe there's some answer where like, but maybe in Copenhagen it's legal. No, like literally like
the helmet's like, toast.
The helmet sucks.
I was laughing. It made me laugh so hard. Like, do you know when like something like kind of bad happens to your friend, but you're like excited? Like I was like, this is embarrassing for her, but like I'm laughing so hard. Like the minute I saw it, I was like,
but also, can I just say, you saved my life.
I know you.
Like, can you imagine? Like, if you hadn't found that out, I never would have looked it up.
I know.
And I would have just been walking around.
Also, where the fuck did your friend get this illegal helmet?
It must have been years ago. Because it was like,
funny.
She was like, oh yeah, my husband like has this helmet. He never bikes. Like, you should just have it. And I was like, wow, look at this.
Look at God.
Yeah. And then you saved me. I was like.
That's so funny.
Are you like a person like that? You like to ride around and you do like cool tricks?
I'm not like a thrill. Like I'm not gonna skateboard.
Okay.
But I've always loved bicycling and I've always loved like, that's actually not true.
What? You hate biking.
Do you want to hear it? Like, okay, this is like fun. This is like, you could use this as my most embarrassing story. It's just like a truth about me. I feel like the mic is so far away from me. So I grew up on when we lived in Rhode Island until I was like 7.
Mm-hmm.
We lived on this like tiny little dead end road.
Okay.
And a lot of people in the summers would like sit on their porches and like chill, and we would like and gab, and you'd like go say hi to each other. And one day in the summer,
that's not real. That's a dream.
Yeah,
okay,
it's actually like my grandparents' neighborhood was the same way in Rhode Island. It was really lovely.
That's beautiful.
And there was this one day in the summer when my dad was like, "I'm going to teach you how to ride a bike without training wheels," and something that has been true. Like I think we kind of learned it this day, and then has been true up until today, 27 years later or whatever, that like my dad is like the dynamic between me and my father is not one where he is capable of like teaching me something. Like it will result in a fight and like nothing will be learned. Like
Sure.
it
Like
is
a
not,
dad doing your math homework for you and you're crying.
it's just like, well, yeah. And like, he's like trying to, and he's like, it's like, he sort of like says like my dad's version of teaching is a little bit like, okay, so then ride the bike. And then you like crash and he's like, so what the fuck was that? And you're like, there's,
like,
I
"You
need
didn't
something, you
teach
know,
me."
that you didn't teach me. You know what I mean? And so we were like trying to, the same thing with ice skating. But anyway, so I'm trying to, and everyone's sitting on the porch. So it's like everyone on this dead end street is like, oh, Jake's learning how to ride a bike. And I think probably thought it was gonna be cute. And then very quickly it became like profoundly uncomfortable for, I'm sure, the entire neighborhood because like it's like this 5-year-old boy and his like grown adult father like fighting and me repeatedly crashing and getting hurt. And then after like what felt like to me 2 hours, but realistically was probably like 15 to 20 minutes, I like turned to my dad. I was like, I actually never need to ride a bike. And I went inside the house. I was like, I'll never learn. Like, I was like, that will be my defiant. Like, I was like, I don't see a need. We have a car, and I don't think we've never biked anywhere. So, like, if this is like voluntary, I unvolunteer. And I like went inside, and I was like, I don't ride bikes. And then
that's so funny.
And then
as a 5-year-old boy, you're like,
five-year-old.
I'm putting my foot down.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we moved to Vermont, and then we moved, and we lived in this one house for a year. And then when I was like 8, maybe like 8. We moved to this like neighborhood in Vermont that was another dead end road on a dirt road and had like 5 families on this one road that were all kids the same age. So it was like very much like a social, like we all hung out all summer long.
Wait, your childhood is like picturesque.
Yeah, except for like the brutal divorce and like custody battle. But yeah, other parts of it for sure.
Otherwise the neighborhood was good.
No, totally. And like being in the closet. Anyway, so yeah.
You're like, it was hell.
Yeah. I mean, my gallbladder worked. So like
it's like trade-offs.
Yeah, absolutely. So but like it was a dirt road in like a rural area. So like even though it was like a neighborhood, like it was like there was a lot of space between the houses. Like it was like a long, it wasn't like a little street in the suburbs where it was like house. It'd be like house, a lot of yard, house, like a lot of yard.
Okay.
And so the kids would all ride bikes from house to house. Like that was how we did everything. And we'd ride bikes around the neighborhood. And I couldn't ride a bike.
Yeah.
And didn't want to admit it. And so it was like my first thing, before I knew my own sexuality, like my first like secret was I couldn't ride a bike. And so I told everyone, I actually can ride a bike, but I just prefer running. And so I was this chubby little 9-year-old and all the other kids would ride their bike to house. And then you'd see my fat ass sprinting behind them being like, I'm on my way! Like being, I prefer this! Running after them, so out of breath, being like, and like I had a bike back at the house. I was like, I got a bike, I don't want it. And they were like, yeah, sure, bitch. Like, and I did that for years.
And they called you on it ever or no?
It was like, I think we kind of all like acknowledged the secret.
Right.
And then I remember one day I was like, you know what? Like, I think this is devastating. I like was like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna like let my mom teach me how to ride a bike. And I think I thought like I had built up enough goodwill among the children in the neighborhood and we were all friends that like everyone would be nice about it.
Yeah.
And this one girl was like, you can't ride a fucking bike, like just like roasted me in front of everyone.
No.
And it was like devastating.
Sure.
And then I went back to, and then it truly was just one day I kind of looked at it and went, I bet I can ride that now. And I picked it up and could ride a bike. Like I can't explain, I did like eventually figure it out.
Yeah.
But it was probably like 2 or 3 years of the running thing.
The running is so funny.
It's like, and you know how like part of you will always be like who you were when you were little? Like part of me will always be the chubby little kid running after everyone else riding the bike, being like, no one knows I can't ride a bike and they think I like, you know, like this insane, like part of me will always be that little boy.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Isn't it cute?
That's so funny.
I know.
Wait, so what's your version of that now?
What's my version of that now? Oh my God, that's such a good question. Don't you think there's a little bit of that with stand-up? I think there always will feel like where you're like the I guess it's like
imposter syndrome.
Is it imposter syndrome to? No, well, like I cognitively. I'm curious if you feel this way.
Okay.
I cognitively know I am a good stand-up comedian. Like I have had successful shows. I have done I know I'm good at it.
And you know you can get laughs. Yeah.
But do you sometimes catch yourself feeling like you secretly know you're actually really bad at it? And that every time you're like doing well, it's like you kind of like did it in spite of the fact that at your core you're bad at it. Do you know what I'm saying? Is it like this is the most like toxic version of my thinking?
Yeah.
Is like
I get what you're saying.
And I'm like working against this, but I think sometimes like I'll have that thing of like I had this like I saw something about a show and I literally was like, well, you're gonna bomb that. And it's like, and then I was like, no, you're not. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like, you know what your material is, like, you know it works. Like,
Yeah,
you work
yeah,
on
yeah.
this is your job, you know?
Totally.
I get what you're saying. What my version of that with stand-up now is like, is not like, oh, you know you're bad. It's like, well, yeah, sometimes I excuse it, but I'm like, oh, well, especially if it's my show where it's like my fans like buy tickets to see me. I'm like, well, they're laughing because they like you. They're not laughing because you're funny. And it's like, well, first of all, that's also good. Second of all, that's not true. Like, people don't laugh unless they think something's funny. I mean, like,
well, no, I know what you're talking about, where you, the second someone becomes it's so fucked up. The second someone becomes your fan, you value their opinion less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Oh
like,
my
well, they like me, so I don't need to win them over. It's like, no, that's what this job is.
Yeah.
Is building an audience of people that like you.
And that's like a
but
good thing.
It's so easy to be like, well, those people already.
But that's like an internal thing too, where it's like, oh, if somebody likes you, that means that they're not right.
Right.
Like,
they must have bad taste because they like me.
Yes,
because you
which is
believe you're
because
bad.
you
That's
hate
like what I'm
yourself.
saying. Yeah, it's all self-hate.
Oh yeah, and I fully am like, my therapist is like, you have to do affirmations in the mirror every day. So
I know.
because
I
to do that,
it's so I've been meaning to get better about it because I think
it's so helpful.
I know.
And it's like, when I actually am doing it every morning, it's like, changes my life.
Yeah.
And you immediately feel it.
Do you live alone?
Mm-hmm.
See, I just moved in alone. I've been very, very good at through my entire life is surrounding myself with people that love me. And that has been affirming and wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I live alone, I have to do that for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the muscle built up for it yet. Like, it's not like instinctual, and it's not like reflexatory yet to like do it for myself. So like, I'll just sit, like I'm like trying to be better about it. Cause like, I'll be alone in my apartment and be like, okay, well, do I exist or matter at all? Because it's like, I don't have anyone there to like tell me I do. But it's like, I'm there. So I could say that.
Yeah.
But it's taking me, that's like my current journey.
I think that must be like the stand-up mindset too. Like, that's like why we do stand-up, because we need that external thing.
Yeah, but I didn't I kind of ended up being a stand-up accidentally.
Yeah. But like improv though too. I mean, there's
but
like
improv's collaborative. Like, that's the thing is like, because improv is like, it's being on stage with someone and like looking them in the eyes and being like, we're about to do some dumb shit, but I got you. And there's like an intimacy to it that is like really beautiful, even though it's like so corny and embarrassing and like everyone makes fun of improv because it's the easiest thing to make fun of because it's like so indulgent and so vulnerable and stupid, but like that's why it's wonderful. But like that intimacy is like what drew me to it. And so stand up, it's like when it is at its best, that intimacy is between you and the audience.
But yeah, no, the thing with stand up, you can be really good at stand up and kill all the time. And it kind of doesn't matter, too. Because, like, to get to, like, the next level, to be one of the greats, not only do you have to be a killer, but you have to be, like, profound at what you're talking about.
Right.
Wait, okay, so what are you, like, obsessed with right now? Like, what thought are you fixated on? Are you, like, sort of mulling over?
I think what I'm obsessed with right now is I feel like I was living with a partner. I then moved in with my two best friends and lived with them for 3 years. And then 2 months ago, I moved on my own. And I didn't realize until I moved on my own how much that living with my two of my best friends, was kind of a Band-Aid to there was some stuff about me that I needed to figure out for myself as an individual that I didn't have to when I was living with people. And I thought I was like fully cooked, and now I'm living alone and parts of me feel so raw and exposed in a way that like profoundly caught me off guard.
Okay.
And so I'm sort of in this thing about like, I'm like, okay, I'm in my early 30s. There are parts of myself that I really know deeply well. And there are parts of myself that I'm still trying to figure out. And do I need to try to figure those out? Or is this just what life is? Like, is this just what
totally.
Like, and I'm not unhappy. I love my life. But it's like, there are these things like that I find it very hard to sit alone with myself sometimes because like I'm so social and I live in this, you know what I mean? And so I'm obsessed with figuring out like, if I'm like, I live alone, I have complete control over my time and my space. What do I want that to look like? Because I've kind of intentionally put myself in situations where that hasn't been the case because I think I was afraid of that answer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm dying at us getting into this really intense emotional conversation about religion, and the straight guy in the room just yawning.
He did just
Hard yawn. Hard, literally audible. As we're
Mind you,
I'm dying.
Mind you, Chris has never done that.
we look over and he's literally on his phone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Couldn't help it. Couldn't help himself. And I was like, yeah, so what I learned from my parents' relationship about, and he's just like,
That was
he's like,
so funny.
should we wrap this up? I'm like, wow, okay. So just sharing my like inner life and my, okay.
No, but I think but to your point, I think you and I probably both think that what makes us a good partner would be a ton of introspection to figure ourselves out.
Yeah.
But it's actually probably not about thinking about yourself that much. It's probably just more being like, I know who I am and think about this other person. What do they need?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we solved it. Okay, great.
Okay. So now we'll just do that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. No, I think also like benefit of the doubt is like the biggest thing in any relationship.
100%. Do you watch Salt Lake City Housewives?
No, but I was just in Salt Lake last weekend.
Oh, I saw you were.
Like,
Yeah. There's like on this current season, there's this one woman, Heather, who really struggles to get along with this one woman, Bronwyn. And I think it's actually like a really educated, like, I think people could learn a lot from watching this dynamic because it's like Heather listens to everything Bronwyn says with zero grace, like assumes it is the worst, it is with the worst intentions.
Yeah.
And it is, and Bronwyn is like begging her to be like, I swear I'm trying to be nice. Like, and it's like you have to like for 1 second hold the thought that I could be coming from a different place than where you think I'm coming from, or you'll never hear me say anything nice ever. You know?
I think sometimes I go the other way too much, where I give people like way too much of the benefit of the doubt, and I let them kind of like walk all over me, because I do think this is like a blessing and a curse. I can usually really, from a like pretty accurate standpoint, like I'll see where someone's coming from, or like I'll understand why they're saying what they're saying, and sometimes that reason is like, well, their parents were mean to them, and so like blah blah blah.
I'll do the same thing, and it's like you have to do the thing where it's like context is not like an excuse.
Exactly.
Like everything has context.
Right.
Everything. There's a reason Trump's the way he is.
Exactly.
But that doesn't
mean
excuse
that
it.
Yes. So
and
it's
that
not okay.
That line is like, that's the beauty of humanity, is like there's no official place to draw that line. You have to decide where that line exists for you.
Right, which is so hard sometimes.
It's a nightmare.
But like, I mean, that's what happened with my sex addict friend, where like, it was like I was giving her such a long leash, even though she was doing.
Were
like,
you
other
like, this
shitty
is the
things.
reason she's a sex addict? Did you have like a clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Was it like a fucked up thing?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has like a fucked up
thing.
But that's the thing that I then had to sort of rationalize on the other side too, where I was like, oh, but everyone is a fucked up thing, and they're not all like doing this kind of stuff. Like they're not all being mean to me.
I've had that in my life too.
Which is,
Yeah.
But anyway, life is complicated and beautiful.
It is.
And the inside of our brains is a nightmare.
And that's why we talk about it for a living.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're obsessed with it. Okay, wait. So do you want to share another most embarrassing moment? Was that the one you thought of before, or?
That one is more embarrassing on like a human level.
Sure.
Like, it is more, but like I can tell an embarrassing story of something that happened to me, but like do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
I worked at my first job in New York was at a really, really fancy restaurant. And it was like, I thought I bartended at like my sophomore year I did in England. I bartended at a pub in England. Then I bartended at a Mexican restaurant in Burlington for junior and senior year of college. And so I'd been bartending for 3 years and thought I was just like the shit. I was like, I can work anywhere. Like I'm such a good bartender, da da da. Then I came to New York City and started working in a fancy restaurant, and they made me start at the bottom as like a back waiter, because like they were like, okay, you've bartended at a margarita bar in Burlington, Vermont. Like
you need to,
yeah. And I got my ass like fucking beat and handed back to me like hardcore. And I remember just being like, those first few months in New York, I every morning I woke up and I was like, oh, like I literally looked like that photo of Sean Penn. Everyone's like been posting it. Like I looked insane. Like I felt insane and was just like trying to survive and working like 65 hours a week in this restaurant, like being like, I guess I'm trying to do comedy, but I don't know when. Like also I was so broke.
Yeah.
And I remember they made me, this restaurant was also like objectively abusive. They made us work like insane hours.
Yeah.
And they had me work a double on the 4th of July. And it was like, I had to get there at like 9 a.m. and I was going to be there until like midnight. And I was the only person in the restaurant who had to work a double. And I was like really like stressed and like miserable. And I remember we were running food to a table, and it was this kind of like very fancy restaurant where it was like, you weren't allowed to, you weren't allowed to auction off the food. Like you couldn't come up to the table and be like, who got the this? You have to know and place it. And you also have to do you know what open-handed service is? So it's this idea that you're never allowed to cross them with your body. So like if I'm at the table to get food, like I have to be served like this. They can't like go like this.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, you have to have the plates in the right hands when you leave the kitchen.
Yeah.
To be able to approach the table and drop them in the right
order.
order.
Wow, okay.
So
you're
it's like
playing
very
chess.
choreographed. So
Yeah.
like, and there's a person at the pass when you're picking up the plates who's like, will be like, you picked those up wrong, you have to pick them up in this order. Like it's like and it's a lot to learn, and you're learning it in the middle of service. So it's just like, it's
like
crazy.
A lot of pressure, yeah.
It's like learning to dance at the show. You know what I mean? Like it's like, so I was so stressed, and we were going to this table, and it was brunch, and the brunches were always like just hell, like so busy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the 4th of July, and we were packed dining room, and we were going to this big table that was like, that had like 10 people on it. So there was 4 people, each carrying 3 plates to like go get everything to the table. Mm-hmm. And in this hand so I had 1 plate here and 1 plate here.
Yeah.
On this top plate was oatmeal. And the way we served the oatmeal was, it was a big oval plate with a bowl of oatmeal on one side and a thing of syrup on the left. And I was moving too quickly. And so when I went to open hand serve this bowl like this, I turned, and the bowl of oatmeal shot off the oval plate. And I like felt the weight of it go and was like, and then like, it was literally like out of a movie. Like you heard the like clink of the porcelain bowl, like shink, like off the side of the bowl or off the side of the plate. And everyone was like, and this bowl of oatmeal went up in the air, fell, and landed perfectly flat on the ground, which meant the bowl didn't break, but the oatmeal, like hot oatmeal, like geysered up and landed on 5 different tables, including plop square directly on a bald man's head, on the ceiling of the restaurant, on like a woman's dress. And I'm sitting there with an empty plate. Every other server immediately vacates the floor because they're laughing, like runs. And tears streaming down my face.
Obviously.
I'm very sorry. And I run to the kitchen.
And you cried in the kitchen.
And a man was like, is someone gonna help me? Oatmeal on his head.
Yeah. He's like.
He apparently yelled that out. Is someone gonna help me? Because there was hot oatmeal on the top of his head.
Yeah, sure. Scalding.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. They had like a lot of people, it ruined like people's clothes.
Oh my God.
No one noticed that there was oatmeal on the ceiling for like a couple hours. So then in between, and again, I was working a double. It had hardened. They go to clean it. It rips a chunk out of the ceiling, like drywall.
What's in the oatmeal?
Have you ever not cleaned a bowl of oatmeal like right after you've eaten it?
Oh, wait.
It turns to concrete.
It does.
So it was just a really bad day. So that was, I mean, I have so many stories from that restaurant of just constant degradation.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. Did they yell at you, or they're just like?
They were really mad, but it's also the kind of thing where it's like, you're kind of like, they did this like brainwashing thing at that restaurant where like, by the time, because I'd been there for much at that point, it was like, you kind of yelled at yourself for them. You were like, I'm so sorry for what I did. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, like, yeah, we know. You know what I mean? It was like that sort of thing.
That's like Miranda Priestley.
It's like that sort of thing where like I had been brainwashed to the point where like I did the yelling of myself, like the self-flagellation.
Oh my God.
And now I talk about it on a podcast 11 years later.
Yeah, you're like still thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, that's great.
That's me.
Good. Wait, so what do you have coming up? What do you want to plug?
I'm doing the Gramercy Theater in New York Comedy Fest November 12th.
Oh my God.
Please come. It's going to be really, really fun. I'm doing my hour.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, that's going to be so much fun.
I'm really excited.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, please buy tickets. I think it's the biggest venue I've ever played.
It's big, and it's like famous.
Yeah, I kind of can't believe it.
It's going to be so
And it's
much
actually
fun.
like 2 blocks from that restaurant I first worked at. So it's like kind of like I would walk by it every day when I went to that job. So it's sort of like,
oh my God.
Yeah, it'll be a good one.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we'll all come to that.
November 12th. See you there.
See you there, bitches. And yeah, I'm so excited for your tour in Europe. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, can't wait.
And yeah, great.
Thanks for having me. This was so fun.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.